So I've done Ironmans at a lot of the different points of this journey. At 280, the first Ironman was Arizona, and we never will know if I would have finished that if the blisters wouldn't have made the appearance they made, and I finished at 2 a.m., which by no means is recommendable. So I've done Ironmans somewhere between 260 and 220. They all come with different challenges, and I think when you look at any race, right, it's a puzzle, and there's various, in this particular puzzle, there is a variety of pieces that have universal fits. So there's two ways to get the last 7 miles to the Hawaii turnaround, right? One is being lighter, or the other one is having more strength. Both will get you there. So two different puzzle pieces for the solution. The more puzzle pieces or keys, if you want to look at a key analogy, the more I have that can potentially come together to finish that Kona race puzzle, the better it is, because it's about tools in your arsenal, right? Training is going well. Last episode we talked about doing 70.3 Boulder. That ended in a little bit of a disaster of sorts, but Boulder always feels like a mixed martial arts swim, and I got hit pretty badly somewhere in the shoulder blade. So when I got on the bike, I couldn't make power, couldn't make speed. I was going by Tom Watson Park, which is a slight downhill at like 8 or 9 miles an hour, and couldn't catch air. So I made the decision to drop out after the first bike loop. Emailed a good friend of mine, Mark Blatius, said, hey, don't come out to the reservoir this evening. I'm not going to be there. That's what's going on. I told him. He said, come by. He had a look, and the joint and muscle tissue behind the shoulder blade apparently got pretty well banged up. And he goes, yep, that would be why you can't catch air and why arm movement would hurt to a degree. And so he fixed me, and then I did what every smart athlete does. I packed up my bags the next morning and went back to Tom Watson Park and rode the bike course for a loop and averaged more than 3 miles an hour more on the same exact loop. I know different day, different conditions, different everything, but it was a mental validation that it probably was a good choice. And since then, knock on wood, training has been very stable. And so we're doing good for now. And then 3 weeks from now, I'm going to go to Kona, not to race, obviously, but to test out some equipment choices that I still have to make. I think I'm pretty set on hydration, but some of the bike equipment is still up for grabs. And then basically work from there, Colorado hours, so 3 a.m. to noonish. And then in the afternoon, spend time trainings, and then over the weekends, we'll go and do a lot of the course so that we can decide, are we good and we keeping level, or is there something that we still need to work on? So yeah, this is one of my favorite runs in Boulder. Start somewhere around Scott Carpenter, depending how long. And then up here to Evan G. Fine. Do a loop around here. And then on the second half, do downhill, or if you need aid station, park at the library, which is about 1.5 miles down, so you can stop at the car and refill. There's also always something on the creek path, whether it's the art festival, or like I noticed Saturday mornings when I run here, there's yoga up here. Now we have, not quite sure, softball, or beat each other up with bats. There wasn't. To beat someone up with a pool noodle, would you kind of say no to that?
Right.
And so a weight loss journey, it's not something that come October 27th, the day after the race, I can basically order all the pizzas, all the burgers, all the everything. Maybe for that day we might, but it's not something that I can just go back to old habits. So that's the part why I've already signed up for the next race. So I have an incentive to keep working on it and stay fit, stay healthy. I'm very lucky to have my primary care physician, who I see a lot more regularly right now than the usual once a year, because we're making sure all the blood values are good. I have a great team at Boulder Heart that checks me out every couple of months, just to make sure that with the weight loss, with the extended exercise, it's on healthy footing as far as possible.